Everybody, time for another episode of the famed, This Week in Real Estate for the 2 or 3 people that watch. I appreciate it. If you're out there and want to suggest some things to talk about, I'm totally up for that. So comment below here. Anything real estate wise, I'm happy to talk about. So yeah, give me your thoughts and I'll hit the highlights. Okay. So last week, kind of in review, was kind of the normal. If there is a normal week, it was kind of normal. So finished up an appraisal. Had some software issues with that after getting a new computer and the software talking to each other. Finally wrapped that up. That was completed the other day. I mentioned, I think last week I mentioned an auction property. I showed a few times. It was just a really, really cool auction property as far as the setting and everything, just south of Parker. That one wrapped up last night with the auction, and that one sold off to a couple different people. And I didn't attend that, but I heard it was it was well attended, and like I said, ended up selling. So excited for the new owners there. Had a closing on what I call Clara's house here in Farmland. We wrapped that one up yesterday after some communication, issues and things like that. We did get it wrapped up. So happy for the family for them selling it, and then for the new buyer as well. Took a new listing. I think it was late 2 weeks ago. And time kind of runs together this time of year, if you will. So it was on Briar in Muncie. And after we got that house kind of cleaned up, took some pictures, and then the showings really ramped up, which, side note, pictures make a huge difference. So I posted that home on the MLS and on Facebook and stuff like that. And I didn't have any interior pictures. It needed a little cleaned up. It needed carpets cleaned and just some trash removed and things like that. And we had a couple showings here and there. But once I actually took the pictures, uploaded the pictures, then we had an onslaught of showings, which went really well, and ended up having 3 offers at the same time that I presented to the seller, and they were all really, really close as far as dollar wise. And what it kind of came down to was, since they were close on the dollar side of things, it just came down to some of the terms in the contract itself. So some financing things, some condition things. And so, yes, obviously the dollar amount of somebody's offer is very important, but where it really made the difference was some other terms and conditions within the contract. So we got that one kind of rolling within the transaction and the title work and the inspections and things like that. So we're well on the way there. Kind of non-real estate stuff last week. We did the secret families of Randolph County on Saturday, and it looked totally different this year, as most things did. And usually it's a big production, especially when it comes down to the wrapping portion. So teams go out in the morning and they shop, and then they bring all that stuff back to Farmland Friends Church and utilize the gym and the sanctuary for the space. But 200 to 300 people wrapping gifts in close quarters just was not going to work this year. So instead, they provided the wrapping paper and tape and labels and things like that, along with the gifts that were purchased, and those went out to the families. So it was a little bit different. And then this year, I usually stick around the church to help just in any way I can on that day and provide some food and things like that. But this year, Rachel and the kids and I, we were on the tree team, and so we went out in the morning and set up the trees for people, and then later that afternoon, then the gift deliveries were done. So that was a little different this year. I enjoyed it. I think it went really well, and I believe the numbers, and somebody can correct me if they actually know the numbers, but it was like 126 families here in the county were served, and that there was another number in there as far as how many people within those families, multiple, I think it was like 450, maybe 450 people or so. really don't remember. I apologize. It could have been up to 600. I don't remember, but a lot of people. So if anybody out there donated to that, that was really appreciated, and I'm sure the families really enjoyed it. They get to have their Christmas this year. Again, just a weird year for everybody. So super excited that we were able to take just a little part of that this year. So so that was just a great weekend. And today is Wednesday, and we had our measurable snow this morning. So now it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. So that's very nice. So for the rest of the week, I have another closing coming up on Friday. Got a couple more gifts to purchase. So hopefully that'll happen sooner rather than later. And so, yeah, we'll see how the rest of the week progresses, and I'll give you another update next week. So I appreciate you guys checking me out here on Facebook. And like I said, if you want me to talk about anything else or anything in more detail, put it down below. I'm happy to do it. And until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.